Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News channel. Today we're going to talk about Vechain versus Cardano versus DOT versus Solana. And we're going to talk about ROI and overall market cap and also like kind of other issues like safety and stuff with these investments. So let's actually talk about ROI first. Which coins have the highest potential for ROI? I think that actually falls to either Vechain or Solana. I think DOT and Cardano actually have a higher chance to reach a higher overall market cap, but that is not the same thing as ROI because DOT and Cardano start off a lot higher. So VET really only has to basically rise almost like a tenth of what Cardano, a tenth of what Cardano does for that ROI, same ROI potential. So like VET, as you can see, is at 4.7 billion market cap, and Cardano's at 42 billion market cap. VET could rise 9x, and you would already have 900% returns while Cardano doesn't move, and then you would be at the same market cap. So if Cardano like only went 2x and VET went 9x, VET would obviously have a better ROI, but Cardano would have a higher market cap. I do think VET has the potential to easily outgrow ADA and DOT in terms of ROI, but not in terms of market cap. Solana, I think, actually has a similar it has a similar potential ROI as VET. I actually see like the massive mainnets like Solana, DOT, and Cardano maintaining a higher market cap. Now, VeChain actually has more partnerships than the others, but the thing is, people don't see it as a completely decentralized mainnet, and VeChain's more of a semi-decentralized mainnet. It'll be good for a lot of industrial use, but I don't think it will attract as many DeFi developers and NFT developers. And we know recently that's actually what drives a lot of the price. So at least in the next year or two, I do not think VeChain will overtake Solana, Polkadot, and Cardano in terms of overall market cap. But that does not mean it will lag behind them in ROI. And most likely, I think it will actually overtake them in ROI in terms of investment, because it starts off much, much lower and has more room to actually grow. Now, will VeChain actually get some DeFi and NFT development? Sure, it will. It's an efficient blockchain. Gas costs are reasonable, decent tokenomics, and it has support behind it. But I think people will be more drawn to the main nets that are completely decentralized, like Cardano, DOT, and Solana. Now, in terms of branding, marketing, and recognition, I do think Cardano, DOT, and Solana do take the lead. Solana, Sam Bankman-Fried has like a net worth of over $8 billion. The guy's only 29, but he has a net worth of over $8 billion. He bought naming rights to the Miami Heat Stadium. He bought naming rights to TSM in esports, and he actually bought naming rights with other sports organizations as well. So he's getting it out that way. He doesn't have the cachet that Gavin Wood from DOT or Charles Hodgkinson from ADA have, because those two were on the original ETH team, and that gives people a lot of trust. Now, Charles is actually a sneaky good marketer for ADA because he staggers the ADA launches out and he keeps people's hopes up. And the thing is, Cardano has actually delivered on some of their launches. Yes, they've been delayed, but they do actually deliver. They have a working proof of stake, and they're actually getting all the testnets out for smart contracts. And I think the lead up to the smart contracts is huge, and I do think Cardano will continue to go up for the rest of the summer. If you want a coin that's actually easier to predict in terms of price, Cardano is probably the easiest to predict in terms of price of like how it will actually go up. I do believe even if Bitcoin does not actually go up so much, Cardano will reach $2.50 to $3 by the end of the summer due to the smart contracts. You can see Cardano actually holds its price better than the others in a bearish type scenario. So my guess is if you think the market's going to be bearish this summer, Cardano out of the four is going to be your best hope. If you're looking at several years down the line, I do think VeChain and Solana have the higher ROI potential. I do think Solana out of the four is probably the riskiest of the investments because it doesn't have that many big industrial partnerships. I mean, like, him buying like the naming rights is not really a partnership. It's just him paying for advertising. Solana I think has the least in terms of like industrial partnerships and industrial use. And it's not as well known as DOT and ADA. VeChain might not be as well known, but they have like Walmart China. They have like, meat producers in Europe. They have like San Marino and all that stuff. They're pretty solidified in terms of use case. In fact, in terms of industry use case, I do think VeChain takes the cake over any of the other three because I'm not that aware, except for Cardano's Africa deal. I'm not really that aware of in major industry where the other three are actually being used. Where VeChain, it's being used extensively in logistics. PwC is getting them a lot of partnerships. DMVGL is definitely working overtime to get them partnerships. And Deloitte's also working to get them partnerships. And they also have a partnership with Avery Dennison as well. And the thing is, like, Walmart China is already using them. Shanghai Gas and Energy has been piloting them for a lot, as well as like Norwegian salmon producers and French and Italian wine producers. So in terms of like industrial use and use case, VeChain probably jumps out ahead. And that's why I think VeChain, while it may not actually achieve the same market cap as the other three, the ROI should be just as high, if not higher. So in retrospect, if you're looking for more solid gains throughout this summer specifically, I would actually say ADA. If you're looking for long-term potential, I would say SOL or VET, because SOL is making a lot of moves. Sam Bankman-Fried is trying to get his crypto notice, and if you take out Tether and USDC, Solana is actually top 10. But if you're looking for like industrial use and long-term potential based on the industrial use, you go for VeChain. So right now, I would actually rank them as like VET, ADA, DOT, and then Solana. I think they're all pretty close, and I think they're all good coins to have in your portfolio, but that's how I would actually rank them. VET is first because of the industrial use and the potential for higher ROI because it starts so low. ADA because you're kind of more sure to make money with ADA over the summer. Obviously, nothing's actually guaranteed. If Bitcoin just continues dumping, all bets are off the table. But like I think ADA, you're more guaranteed to hold and make some money throughout the summer. DOT, because Gabe and Wood, you have that name recognition, and plus their parachain auctions for Kusama are actually going pretty well. And actually, I would actually put Kusama above DOT in terms of like altogether. And then Solana, I still think is a very good investment. I'm very, very bullish in it, but I don't think it has that many like industrial use partnerships right now. And it's not as well known as Cardano and DOT, which is why I consider it a little bit more risky. But the ROI potential for Solana is higher than Cardano and DOT because the market cap right now is a bit lower. So that is my analysis of the four. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe and hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.